Hi, this is Joe for Your Mind Tarot. Trying to do a new well, not experiment, but this is my first pick a card reading, and I thought that I would try and see what comes out. I really like pick a cards, they're really interesting, and you never know what comes out, so here goes. Well, I was intuitively led to pick three stones for you. We have the rose quartz, the green aventurine, and the red jasper. So let's go ahead and shuffle. I'll be using the Muse Tarot in order to for each one of these cards, they've been cleared and shuffled. And let's see. Okay, so the theme for this pick a card reading is talking about quirks, your quirks. What is fun and quirky about you? First question will be, what are your quirks? Second question is, why do people love them? And the third question is, how do you feel about these quirks? So the aim of this was to, sometimes you have little things about yourself that people find interesting, that people love, but you can't quite put your finger on it. But what it does is, it could be used to, brighten someone's day, or, if misused, or if you don't know what your quirks are, what is interesting about you, what is different about you, sometimes people may try to take advantage of that. So I'm hoping that this reading helps you to identify what's special about you. We'll read the cards and I'll look at the images and we'll see what comes out. Okay, so let us pick three cards from the Muse Tarot deck. And then we'll go into the picker cards. So I'll be choosing three picker cards. So let's see what comes up for the rose quartz. Alright. The cards have been shuffled and cleared. Oops. Alright, so first card is the Eight of Inspiration. Okay, maybe that's the Eight of Wands. Alright, second card is the Fool. Nice. And the third card is the Five of Materials. Wow, okay, so that's the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. Alright, so pick a, have in your mind which one you intuitively led to pick. And let's get into the reading. So see you over there in piles 1, 2, or 3. Okay. Okay, hi pile 1. You pick the rose quartz and the Eight of Inspiration. So let's go ahead and see the meaning of the rose quartz to see if it applies to anything. If it doesn't mean anything to you, or you're not, it doesn't resonate with anything that you know in your life, you could go ahead and leave that. But if it does, here's the meanings of rose quartz. It is a common and let me show it. It's a common stone Um, it talks about unconditional love, peace, trust, and harmony. It's the stone of self-love, self-acceptance, forgiveness, and enhances positive affirmations. The properties are attracting love and curing heartache. It is a good stone for frequently cleansing for emotional pain, especially if you are looking at, like feng shui. It vibrates to the number 7. Now, seven is like a spiritual path. I think that's the meaning of 7. 7 is a spiritual number. The planet is Venus, of course, because of love. The zodiac signs of Rabbit, Taurus, and Libra. Okay, so when I think of Taurus and Libra, I think of the Empress. So you may be, an independent person or a person who's a go-getter. The elements are earth, and the rose quartz can be found in South Africa, the United States, that's the origin, Brazil, Japan, India, and Madagascar. And it works with all the chakras, especially the heart and crown. So if any of these resonate with you, maybe that's why you picked this pile, pile 1. When we look at the card, the 8 of inspiration, where I see 8 of inspiration like the 8 of wands in the tarot deck, the traditional tarot deck. It means travel, it means communication, it means fast movement. And in this card, you can see the young lady, she is moving so fast, it's like she, maybe no one can catch up with her. Maybe you're quite busy, making calls, moving around, traveling, male or female. I'm not sure what the significance of the red moon is. Maybe you can look that up and see what the red moon means in tarot. I might leave it down in the description. Yeah. So let's see what else comes out for you pile 1. So now let's go ahead and see. So let's clarify the 8 of inspiration with what's the vibe. What clarifies the 8 of inspiration, Spirit, for pile 1? Thank you, Spirit. What clarifies the 8 of inspiration for pile 1? Let's see. What clarifies the 8 of inspiration for pile 1? Okay. We have vacay. So benefit and travel, right? New York City, one way. Isn't that something else? 8 of inspiration clarified by travel, new city. Could be New York City, or maybe you live in the city. All right, let's see. So the second, so this is what are your quirks? That's the first line. What are your quirks? The 8 of inspiration and vacay. So let's see here with the Astro Star Cards Astro Oracle. Let's see why people love your quirks. Ooh, Capricorn jumped out, but there were 3 cards. Let's try this again. So maybe Capricorn might be significant. Capricorn is dealing with work. Let's see what else come out, because I'm picking 1 card. So Capricorn came out. So let's pick another one. 3 came out. Okay, so we have resources, 2nd house, Taurus, which links to the rose quartz, right? Stability with that number 4 there. All right, so why do people love you, pile 1? Let's go ahead with the tea leaf oracle cards to clarify, to see why people love you, pile 1. All right, we have resources. So you seem to be a very busy person, you know, reaching for your goal. Look, you know, seeking stability. All right, let's see what comes out here for you. All right, let's pick one card. Let's pick that card. So we're clarifying it by the cracked cup. Dissatisfaction with life. Okay. Dissatisfaction with life. Let's see. Okay. Well, so you're tempted to be dissatisfied. Maybe you might not be feeling grateful at this time. Doesn't mean that you're not grateful in general. It means maybe you might not be quite 100% satisfied with where you are in terms of your stability, perhaps. So let's go to the third row, which is the how do you feel about these quirks in general. So let's see. So we'll be using the Psychic Tarot deck. One card, please, Spirit. Why? How does pile 1 feel about these quirks? Alright, let's see. One card, please, Spirit. Let's take one from the pile. How do you feel about it? The 10, which is destiny. 10 is okay. Okay, that's the okay. All right, and then what clarifies destiny is that I think that's the World card, right? Destiny 10 completion. Let's see here. So what clarifies destiny using the Soul's Journey? Okay, we have honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So this gives me the vibe, this honesty card. Oh, I hope you can see this. The honesty card gives me the vibe of like someone who likes to do things themselves, you know, can't really trust others to do it for them. Right. Let's just see, because I want to clarify the destiny card. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, pile 1. All right. Yeah. So anyway, so let's go on intuition right here. So what are your quirks? So your quirks are you're always on the move. You're quite a busy person. Maybe you travel a lot. This lady here, you know, woman or man, is always on the go. You see that that desert scenery under her. So she's always on the move. She's always moving around. People might even label you here as a busybody. Someone who's always on the go, always has stuff, planned out for themselves on what they want to do next. You know, you don't wait for someone to slow you down, or you need advice. You don't need advice to be told like where to go or what to do next. Okay, so Forever 21. I see the Forever 21 on this card, so maybe you like to shop. Maybe when you go to different cities, you like to buy like trinkets or clothes from different stores that you go to. You take a lot of pictures, you sightsee. Yeah, I'm seeing like someone who is like the leader of a group. like, come on guys, let's, go here, let's go there. So if you have a family, maybe you travel with your family, moving around, um, telling them where to go, let's go here, let's go there. Or you could be a loner as well, walking around after work and just taking it all in. Okay, so when we move to the second row here, why do people love them? Why would dissatisfaction with life be why people love you guys? Love you. Well, I mean, people can always go to you or come to you when they need something, because they know that you always have the resources, the money. It doesn't have to be only money. It could just be anything that they need. They know that they can come to you to ask you for help. Whether the resources mean time or money or advice. But somehow you don't feel like you have enough somehow. You're always giving money to others, but somehow you don't feel like you have money for yourself or enough money for yourself. I'm looking here at the Star Cards Astro Oracle, and I'm looking at, like, what can you, why would people like Pile 1? So with resources here, with temptation, the temptation is the dissatisfaction with life. Feeling that that you don't have enough. Or maybe, even if you may not have enough, maybe you feel like you need to be stable. Something in your past makes you feel that you need stability. Maybe when you're growing up, you didn't have that stability. Maybe you always moved around a lot. And like, for example, if you're a military family, and military family moves around a lot, doesn't mean that there's no money. It just means that you never feel anchored to one spot. You often lose friends. So these or connections. So these childhood, not trauma, but childhood experiences kind of made you feel like you needed to be stable. You needed to be anchored. You needed to have a place to call your own, things to call your own. Or maybe if you're not a military family, maybe in your household there was maybe never enough food or never enough money, or to get the things that you really needed. So having enough money was very, very important to you. Yeah, because with this under the deck, I see the Vesta card. So with number 5 reminds me of somehow kind of feeling a sense of lack, in a sense of the resources that you do have. What else does it say here? Yeah, it could even mean second house could also talk about, let's look at maybe anything material, like your body. So what is the challenge? Your challenge is what you see is not all there is. If you're looking for emotional and spiritual satisfaction in your stuff, it would never be enough. Just what I said with dissatisfaction. Because it never quite scratches that itch. And your gifts, your skills, your resources, and your interests can all be sacred if you make an offering of your intention and engage your work for the benefit of all sentient beings. Even though you feel dissatisfied, Pile 1, with with what you have, that you may not feel that you have enough. Somehow people think that you do. That's what they like about you, that they could always depend on you for what you think you don't have enough of. Okay, so let's quickly look over at Vesta, because that came out at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, about sharing what you have to offer. Be careful of self-sacrifice. People might like the fact that you sacrifice a lot for them. You know, because with this card, if it could also be seen that if people are dissatisfied with life, dissatisfaction with life, it may not be you that's dissatisfied, it may be people around you that are dissatisfied. So like you somehow attract hungry souls. People always need something from you. Yeah, it's easy for you to be taken for granted. So yeah, you're like a port in the storm, pile one. A port in the storm. Have you ever heard that term? Port in the storm. So maybe with this destiny here, you're trying to make a change of things. You're trying to change because you're being honest with yourself. That's how you feel about these quirks. You're empathic. You're open to seeing both sides of a situation. You think that, oh, all right, maybe you feel like someone needs to be there for for whomever. That you don't mind being there for someone, but I think you're trying to make changes here. Maybe trying to have a love of self, because with this destiny card, because destiny, I think this is 10, it means completion. I'm a little bit, let me just make sure, because 10 is completion and destiny, completion of cycles, going into a new cycle. Let's see. Yeah, so that's a world card. Yeah, you're trying to make changes. You're being honest with yourself because you see yourself, people are, maybe you feel used sometimes. People take advantage. People always think that you'll be there for them. I can always go to pile one when I need advice. So you spend all your time, helping people with their issues. And then when they feel better, they just move on along. And you I just spent the past hour talking to so and so, and they just moved along doing whatever they're going to do anyway. You feel like you maybe cannot always depend on others to reciprocate. So that's the quintessential giver. You're the quintessential giver, pile one. You give people hope. Advice. You spend your time searching for, resources, searching to help people out in any way that you can. So let's now go ahead and, because I was looking for that number 10 card, I'm sorry, the world card. I know what it means, it's just, I just want to see what additional information I can get from the world. Yeah, accomplishment, success, mastery, yeah. Lack of fulfillment. So that ties back to the cracked cup. Yeah. Emptiness. Missed opportunity. Yeah. So you, pile one, yeah, you feel like these quirks that people, being a not really a, even though in my mind it says busybody, it could be that you might be somewhat of a busybody, but in the negative sense. I saw, no offense. If it's not you, don't take it. But some people might resonate with that. People feel like, you're always on the go. You're always doing something. You're always helping someone. I have a relative like that. She always is there for someone, always moves around and always busy helping someone else. But those people tend to neglect themselves when they're busy helping someone else, and you know people take them for granted because they always think that they'll be there. So let's see the advice from Spirit. Okay, what is Spirit? What is your advice for pile one in terms of taking care of themselves? Because, you know. So the temptation would be to always help someone else and not, and neglecting yourself. So let's see what Spirit advice. Because you're trying to make changes here. What is Spirit's advice for pile one? Alright, let's see. We have, swim away from this situation. Again, number 8. So, yeah. So, what you can do, pile one, is swim away from the situation where you feel drained. We have shark here. Oops. So, if you feel like every time you give of your time, money, effort, and you feel drained by the situation, you feel taken advantage of, make a change. Maybe don't communicate with the person or minimize your communication. So if you say, plan it out. Say if you feel like the person is going to reach out or the person is going to, that's if they're draining you now. If they're draining you, just have a strategy in mind. I'll only spend this amount of time with this person, or I'll try to tell this person about it. If you feel like the person is not the kind of individual to kind of understand what you're saying, kind of to reflect on what you have said, or that person is open enough to hear what you have to say about how you feel about their interaction with you, you should definitely speak up. But if you feel like it's going through, deaf ears, the person is not really, they're mostly just a drain on you and they're not understanding where you're coming from, you have to set boundaries. You have to make excuses, maybe be somewhere else when they come around, or not answer every time they reach out. Or if you don't have the money, or if you don't have the time, say you don't. You either speak up or move away from the situation. So pile one, communication with that 8 there. So we have 8 here, 5 and 3 is 8. We have here 8, the 8 of inspiration. We have number 1 and 10, it becomes 10 is completion, right? You're completing this cycle. That turns out a 1, you're starting a new cycle, doing something new for yourself, right? Grounding yourself with that earth card, earth element there. Because the second house deals with resources, deals with earthly things. Yeah. So look in your, I'm just saying, look into your your chart and see where your second house is as well, where you give a lot of. It doesn't have to be money, you know, but you could be leaking something else. Where is your second house? Or do you have a significant placement in the second house? Yeah. Or where's your Taurus, you know, in your Taurus, where's your Taurus placement? Where, you know, where is the Venus in your chart? All right. So I hope it helped and I hope it resonated, pile 1. Please let me know in the comments how this resonated with you. And I will see you in the next pick a card reading. This was fun. All right, I hope you like it. All right, take care. Bye. Okay, hi there, pile number 2. You picked the Fool. Okay, so the Fool and the Green Aventurine. So let's first see what the Green Aventurine talks about. So the Green Aventurine talks about, it's the luckiest of the crystals. It manifests prosperity and wealth. It's used for creativity and imagination, as well as independence, prosperity, calmness, career success, balance. It heals circulation and heals congestion. So if you're having trouble with circulation or congestion, that might be a, you know, something that you can look at. Okay. Maybe it might be for you. It's associated with the sign of Aries and Leo, and so that might be significant for you. Might have those placements significant in your chart. It's also the element of water, earth, and air. It is. Yeah, so we have balance, abundance, calmness. You can find the Green Aventurine in Austria, Brazil, India, Russia, Spain, and Tanzania. So you might be from any one of those places. All right, so, and again, the green deals with the heart, you know, heart chakra. So just like the pink rose quartz deals with you know, the heart chakra, the Green Aventurine also deals with the heart. So I'm just called to, I believe Archangel Michael is the, you know, is the green, is the angel of light. He has a green healing light. So maybe you bring healing to others by your words. Why do people, well, yeah, so what is fun and quirky about pile 2? So pile 2, I think what's quirky about you is that you are adventurous. You are not afraid to start anew, like try new things. You can be you could be an adrenaline junkie. Could be. If it's not that, then you don't have to take it. When I say adrenaline junkie, I mean someone who feels excited for the new. Feels excited to take risk. Doesn't feel quite fearful about that. So if you look on the image on this card, if the light is not too much on it, I'm so sorry. She is almost getting ready to other direction walk off that cliff there with confidence. She climbed up the ladder from the darkness into the light. Right, so that could be significant if you're a light worker. So she is moving forward with whatever she has on her back. You know, she's not elegantly dressed. She's not dressed appropriately for the situation either. She's just moving along, and she's moving towards the light. She's like, you know what? thing's gonna weigh me down. You know, if I take on this extra, you know, extra stuff, pack, you know, for, you know, for what I need, it's just gonna hold me back. So she's just trusting that she has all that she needs, which is just herself. So everything that was left in the past is now the past, with that shadow that's at the back of her right here. That shadow, let me, if you see that shadow at the back. She's walking forward and leaving the past in the past, you know, leaving her shadows behind her. Again, I don't know if you can see that image of that shadow down there. Yeah, walking towards the light. All right, so we have what is fun and quirky about it. So this is your quirk. So let us, I don't want to take this too off camera. Okay, here we go. So what are your, so let's clarify your quirks under the what's the vibe. So let's clarify that. The clouds have been shuffled and cleared. So pile 2 is always starting new. It's always ready for the next thing. What is next? Ooh, there's too many cards. Card spirit. Clarify what is pile 1's, pile 2. Oh my goodness. So if you may want to look at pile 1. What is, okay, petty, immature, closed-minded, reckless. Ooh. So if you are adrenaline, I'm sorry, I'm laughing. So if you're adrenaline junkie, you may, people may, no, not people, but you could be a little reckless sometimes, which is sometimes a good thing. You know, it could be seen really as, could be a little immature or not really paying attention, like, you know, a kind of a stubbornness, which is sometimes good. But to be immature and closed-minded could be something that you might need to look out for, or maybe people around you might be immature and closed-minded. You know, like if you want to go off on something and people who don't understand you don't quite get why you want to do something. So you may have a lot of immature, closed-minded people around you if this is not what you're struggling with. So if it doesn't resonate that you see yourself, you know, as immature or closed-minded or reckless, if you don't see yourself as that, maybe people around you see you in that way. Yeah. So especially if you resonate with the adrenaline junkie thing that I talked about earlier. So let's see, why do people love you, love these quirks with the Star Codes Oracle deck. So why do people love pile 2? Why do people love this adventurous, you know, side? Ooh. 2 cards jumped out. I'll just take a quick glance. Okay, dignifying, and well, several cards jumped out actually. And it even, okay. You could be a Cancer, doesn't have to be. Or you could have Cancer in your chart. Ooh, so I'm taking one card out. Hold on 1 second. Now this is all over the place. So let's see. There we go. Alright. Let's take one card. Let's take one card. So we have Capricorn with Achieve. Okay, so you could be Capricorn, or you could have Capricorn expected in your chart. Capricorn is known as the hardworking sign, the steadfast sign, you know, maybe a bit stubborn. And then we have the 12th house at the bottom of the deck. Let's see. Let's clarify why Capricorn with the tea leaf oracle. Let's clarify. Why do people love pile 2? Okay, one card flew out, so I'll take it. Misunderstanding. Well, people, why would a misunderstanding be why they love you? Well, they like the fact that you are, you know, that you have a sense of adventure about you and that you're determined, that you work hard at what you do, but you do have an air of mysteriousness. Like, they kind of find it cute, you know, that you're so reckless. Like, you don't see, for you there's no wall there, and they don't understand. They definitely see a wall there, but you don't. But you are well meaning. So let's see, how do you feel about these quirks? That's number 3. How does pile 2 see these quirks? The collective. Why does pile 2 see these quirks? Yeah. Alright, pick a card. Let's see. Why do pile 2? So we have throat chakra. Okay, so throat chakra talks about communication. Okay. So you feel like you need to speak your truth. You know, you could be doing something that deals with speaking, or that you often speak up for yourself. So let's see. How do you feel? Let's clarify the throat chakra. Let's clarify the throat chakra here. Alright, so we have forgiveness. Denial under the deck. Wow. Let's see here. So for the first part here, the Fool, again, this is Aries. You know, we saw Aries and Leo with the Green Aventurine. Now it came out in the Fool. So let's look at the numbers here. We see number 5 and number 10. So when I look at number 10, I see completion, right, of cycles. 10 is the 10th house, which deals with work. So you are very hardworking. People do see you as hardworking. People don't maybe understand. So if you are a workaholic, pile 2, people might love that about you, but they don't understand why you're working so hard maybe. But they do like the fact that you are a hardworking person, because I see Capricorn as the sign dealing with work. And then I see the number 5 here. So there's 5 for 12th house and 5 in throat chakra, which also comes out to 10, right? Because I'm looking at the bottom of the deck here. So 5 are significant in terms of, when I look at number 5, I see maybe loner, or somebody who, you know, maybe has an underlying feeling of lacking something. Maybe that's why they work so hard. Or it could mean that you feel like you're often left out in the cold. With this forgiveness card here, you feel like lonely, ignored sometimes. You feel resentful that you're misunderstood maybe. with this misunderstanding here, it may feel, you may feel misunderstood. Yeah. And you want to become victorious, so you may be using your voice to speak up for yourself. Sorry about the nicks on the cards. I've had these cards for ages. Yeah. Seven of, let's see, seven. It's been a long, hard road for you, though. I would say that, but you will triumph. You will triumph because you're always willing to try anything. Okay, so any idea that pops into your mind that you would like to try, that you find, that you can see yourself doing, you will try that. You're not afraid to try something new. So let's look at Capricorn here. What further information that could add? Yeah, so you have a bit ambition, drive, determination, willpower. You are a leader. Yeah, that you won't, people see you, may not know this part too, but people see you as someone that doesn't let stuff get in your way. Like, you don't see obstacles really. That wall, they don't understand that wall. Everyone sees a wall. Oh, I can't do this because A, B, or C. But no, you find a way above that wall. You find a way with that goat. Goat climbs walls. Goat climbs trees. I didn't even know goats climb trees until I went to the Caribbean and I saw a goat standing on a wall. And in trees, and I'm like, what? I didn't even know that about goats. Yeah, they will climb over anything. So, but Capricorns can, with that earth element, be a bit controlling. So you may not be Capricorn, but you can find yourself, you might be a little controlling. People may see you as a little bit controlling. Even though it's fun that there's no you don't see obstacles, you move on to something new, you don't let anything stop you, which people adore. But on the flip side of that is that you can come off a little reckless and a little bossy. So please don't come for me. It's just saying, the positive and negative side of things. So if it doesn't resonate with you, maybe this is not your pile. Then what is the challenge? So keep an eye on the power dynamic. Capricorn ambition can enable gross manipulation, control, a tendency to become controlling or manipulative when feeling anxious. Do not fall in love with others' competence. So the gift of Capricorn is wisdom grown over time and through mature experience is the gift of Capricorn. As is the connection to spiritual traditions and disciplines that offer a strong foundation for revolution. Yeah. So let's look at the 12th house. The 12th house deals with like spirituality, issues with maybe confinement. Maybe you were confined for some time. Maybe you couldn't try something new or be your adventurous nature for a while. Maybe in your childhood you were quite restricted. That doesn't have, that could be an element. It doesn't have to be. But one thing I can say, you are introspective. People see you and maybe you see yourself as being an introspective person. Yeah. Be careful of people taking advantage of that adventurous nature. You know, in terms of relationships, maybe you're willing to try, to give people a chance who don't deserve one. Like people who may be immature or close-minded. So that could be something that you need to watch out for. That you need to practice discernment when dealing with that. Yeah, go in with your gut. If it says not to try this particular thing, don't. Okay? Because don't make people force you to try something that you're not willing to go forward. You have to feel that. Even though you're a risk taker, you don't need to try things that you don't feel intuitively guided to do. Don't be convinced otherwise. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So feeling stuck and disconnected. So you got to forgive yourself a lot. And not to be in denial. Be more aware of your of your actions and speak up for yourself. When I'm saying be aware of your action, it doesn't really always mean that you don't have. I'm not saying that you have ill intent. I'm just saying that whatever you tried and was not successful, you need to forgive yourself for that and acknowledge the things that you did, that the lesson that it taught you. Let's put it that way. Acknowledge and see it as the lessons that you learned from the experiences that weren't successful, that you may need to forgive yourself for. So the things that you didn't weren't trying mature about in the past, or you were reckless and didn't really think it through, didn't use your gut feeling about it, and it didn't turn out as well as you had expected, you need to forgive yourself for that and be aware of it next time. This life is all about trying new things, working hard, which you do have, and if you fail at something, you dust yourself off and you try again, which you certainly do here. So what is Spirit advice for you, pile 2? What is Spirit's advice for pile 2? Let me shuffle. What is Spirit's advice for pile 2? Let's give it another shuffle here, even though I did. I needed to give 2 shuffles. What is Spirit's advice for pile 2 here? Yeah, it's all about risk taking. Being careful with risk. Risk could be good, and if not used carefully and well thought of. Well, being a risk taker isn't always a bad thing. You need to take risks. It's important to take risks, but there's a difference between taking risk and being reckless. Let's put it that way. All right, so let's see what Spirit's advice for pile 2. We have, you have earned all your stripes with Lioness, number 4. Yeah. So you've earned all your stripes. You've learned all, through your risk taking, it's giving you wisdom. No one can say that you didn't try. Definitely. No one can say that. With 3 and 1 is 4, with stability, you are stable in who you are now. You see how she's relaxing with all her plump. She's not ashamed of her body. She's not ashamed of what she, It's like she's reading a book about fairy tales, and maybe a little wishful thinking there. But yeah, you've earned it. You've dusted yourself off. You've moved on to the next thing. You've seen all, the stuff that you been through as stripes, as experience, as giving you wisdom. So yes, I hope this resonated. Pile 2, please give me a thumbs up if you like the messages, and yeah, leave a comment if you if you resonate with this, and let me know how that how it vibes with the pile that you picked, which is pile 2. All right, take care, pile 2. All right, so if you're intuitively guided to go on to pile 3 or pile 1, see you over there. Okay, take care. Bye. Hi, pile 3. Okay, so let's see. You got the red jasper and the 5 of materials. Excuse me, I forgot to put on mine. You got the red jasper and the 5 of materials, which is the 5 of Pentacles in the traditional tarot deck. So the red jasper here talks about the root chakra. I believe the root chakra has to do with creativity. I might be, because I think that's the base chakra, but all right. So we have the root chakra. It's the supreme nurturer, aids in quick thinking, release shame or guilt, for past trauma, including negative experiences with intimacy. Stone of endurance helps clear the mind during meditation, raises your kundalini. So you may have had a kundalini awakening, perhaps. It stimulates your energy and stamina. It's a natural cleanser, and it helps you to recall your dreams. The zodiac signs that are most significant with red jasper are Aries, Scorpio, and Virgo, and the planets are Neptune. So if you have any planets that are significant in Aries, Scorpio, Virgo, and also see where your Neptune is located in your birth chart, that might be significant. But the red jasper is a grounding stone for patience, stability, balance, and protection. The elements are fire and earth. So yeah. So if that resonates for you, any one of these things that these elements that I referred to, but anyway, even if the mere fact that I said, creativity is the birthplace, it has to do with grounding, because there's the chakra closest to the earth. So it really would help with meditation. Anyway, so with the 5 of materials, what is fun and quirky about you? Well, when I think about the 5 of materials, I think of the loner, someone who usually goes it alone, doesn't need a lot of company. There's a lot of people who have a lot of friends, and which is fine. I mean, you have a lot of friends, you got your crew. I mean, nothing wrong with that. But there are others of us who are lone wolves. They usually go it alone, does not have a problem being on their own for long periods of time, and they like their own company. Doesn't mean that they don't like to be around other people. It just means that sometimes they can find the energy of other people draining, or they're usually alone because they need to recharge. In the negative sense, when I'm saying, if you look at this card and not negative, should I say, like maybe more of a shadow, like, you know, secluding yourself because you think others don't understand you. Because I see this hand reaching out for her, the person, and she's just in a ball, like curled up in a fetal position, as if she doesn't want to, you know, handle that. She doesn't want to be around anyone. Maybe going through some emotional, you know, challenges, some emotional stress. All right, so let's see what clarifies the 5 of material with the what's the vibe. So what are your quirks, pile 3? Let's clarify. What are your quirks? 1 card, please, Spirit. Thank you. Ooh, this is too much. So it has a lot to say, but we just take 1 card. So let's try this again. What are your quirks? Clarify. What are your quirks, Clarify? Let's clarify. Pile 3. I said pile 5 because of the 5 of materials. Okay, we have solid foundation, high commitment, loyalty on the lock. Yeah, so maybe you might be okay, you may be alone, or being a loner because you're looking for something special, maybe a special relationship, maybe you working on a project on your own, and because you're looking to establish yourself, you prefer to work alone. You can only trust yourself, be loyal to yourself, commit to yourself. Why do people love you? Why do people love you, pile 3? Why do people love you? Why do people love you, pile 3? Why do people love pile 3? Let's see. Why do people love pile 3? 1 card, please, Spirit. Why do people love pile 3? Descendant, invitation. Yeah. So it looks like people are reaching out to you, but you are, let's see, that's interesting. All right, so descendant with invitation. Let's explore some more. I need a clarifier with this. Descendant is usually what you just come from. So your rising is your ascendant, and your descendant is where you came from, what you experienced in your past life, right? So whatever that descendant is important. So let's see. We have table, hard work ahead. Hard work ahead. So you are definitely working. Working maybe away from your descendant. Let me see. Persevere and you overcome problems. Yeah. So if you if you work hard on what it is that, you know, while you're alone, maybe you're working on something. You could be working on a project, and Spirit is saying that people like that you are, you know, for example, say you're an artist and you're working on a project and you're spending significant amount of time alone. people could love that creative side of you, that that hardworking side of you, that that when you come out on the other end, that you create beautiful works. Some people just like people who are loners. That attracts them. They seem, I don't know, preoccupied with their own goals. They seem to be go-getters. They're mysterious. Let's put it that way. They're mysterious. So how do you feel about the fact that you're, oh. It could be that you feel like you can't trust people. Maybe that's what at the bottom, that you feel better or you feel more successful if you avoid deception. It's not easy for you to trust people. You feel like people are always trying to get one over on you. Let's see, what is the... Or maybe you might be coming off to people as deceptive and envious. Let's see. But you feel, the first thing I can take from this is that you feel like you feel much better and much happier within yourself if you avoid people because you don't trust them. I don't know why I'm reshuffling this deck, but I'll go with it. Let's clarify. Let's clarify deception and envy, spirit. Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Okay. Alright. So you're definitely working on something. Again, the Aries card came out. So wherever your first house is, that should be significant. Alright, so let's check out Descendant here. Let's see where this goes. So you got the root chakra. You're working on your base chakra. You're working on clearing negative experiences. With that deception and envy, could be that you had to release this could be if it doesn't resonate, don't take it, but this could be someone who had past negative sexual experiences and with people, or childhood you were abused in that way, and so you prefer to be alone. This is a person, you are a person who prefers to be alone because it helps you to grow, it helps you to be introspective. 3 and 7 is 10. 10 is completion. 1 is starting anew. Let's see how this flows in. So you have so it's how you invite other people to come into your world with your descendants. So wherever your descendant is. So for example, let's take for the instance of Aries. If you are Aries and you resonate with this pile, the descendant is Libra. Libra talks about balance. So you'd like to invite people who are emotionally and spiritually and imbalanced in that way. That you would like to invite people into your life who have a balance, that you feel balanced with, or who gives you an equal give and take. If you are a Gemini, and your descendant is Sagittarius, you would like people who come in with a sense of adventure, or people who are quite who are educated, well learned in what they do, and people are reaching out to you. People are reaching out to you for you have people that are interested in you, pile 3. You have people who want to get to know you, but you have your feelings, you have yourself on lock. Maybe because you're looking for someone who is committed, that people who are interested, you have to make sure that they are what you when you invite them into your world, that they have all the qualities that you're looking for, that may be in your descendant, because otherwise you can feel deceived. And you're working hard on this, right? Let's see. If you notice that you keep, here it says, if you notice that you keep people at a distance or avoid meeting new people, investigate this habit. Interesting. Though it might have been important to protect you at one time in your life, consider how it is working for you now, and what will help you feel safe enough to open this door. Yeah, people are working hard. It could be that people like the fact that they work hard to be your friend. Like, you find people, those who interested in you are maybe pushy, or they work hard to be in your life, but then you don't feel that it is that the intentions are really good. You don't feel that. So let's see, what's the challenge? You give your power away when, instead of working together, you ask others to be what is missing with yourself. Yeah. This is a heavier energy here that's working with the red jasper. Wow. Look at how it correlates with everything. What is the gift? Turn the inlet to your heart. Invite in relationships that are clear, healing, nurturing, self-responsible, and encouraging of mutual revolution. And with the Aries, because I see the Aries card here, move into a new territory, cut to the chase, be a hero, clear the air and clear the decks, set healthy boundaries just by being vibrantly alive. Don't rush anything. Work hard to find out why you need to work hard about inviting people into your life that are healthy. Yeah. But people do like it when they have to work for your attention. Because maybe you maybe you seem mysterious to them. Or that they will like this about you, because when they talk about having your feet under the table, it means that someone is willing to commit, to be loyal, to have a foundation with you. With growth and deception and envy here, I'm seeing that in order to grow and in order to find out if people are being deceptive towards you, you would need to expand your consciousness and awareness of who is coming into your life. Because you can manifest what you want if you just take the time to really pay attention and work hard to use your intuition to see what is the other person's intentions. Because if I look at the colors here on this card, we have purple, which is intuition. We have yellow, we have the yellow, which is creativity, right? We have the reds, What else can I say? Yeah. I feel a heavier energy with this pile. This pile is really working through some real scars. I kind of feel this. Someone who has been taken advantage of, who has been abused. Who's just looking for someone, even though they have so much interest, like people are so interested in them, they can't seem to trust who's coming forward towards them. So what I can't tell from this pile, cannot tell from this pile, is whether it is it you that feel that you can't trust others because you have the proof, or you just don't trust others in general, or because of the experiences you've had, which it may come up to the same thing. All right, so let's see what Spirit has to add to this. Here's about working people. People work hard to pursue you, but you feel that you can't trust them. What working hard means, I'm not sure. But they're really trying to get your attention. Maybe they are impulsive, or I don't know. Let's see what Spirit has to say about what advice you have for pile 3, Spirit. What advice do you have for pile 3? Okay, we have confidence. It comes with time and practice. So let go. You have to work on letting go of the past by being patient with yourself. Right? 2 and 3 is 5. Wow, look at that. Synchronicities. Oh, sorry. So we have 2 and 3. This is 23. 2 and 3 is 5. We have the 5 of materials here. So in order to, and then we have the sword. So that's it, the sword here, which is the truth. Right? The truth. With time and practice, pile 3, you'll be able to tell those who are for you and those who are not. Those who are being deceptive and those who are not. But you're entering the dawn, the new day, right? With that sun, you're on a new journey now. That satchel or bag that she has on the seat, you're going on a new journey with seeking the truth, seeking to figure out what is it that you need to heal, what is it that you need to you're trying to figure out things. That's what I'm saying. But this pile, look how she has her feet crouched up on the chair. It's like, this is a very defensive position. It's not open. So you've been through something. So Spirit is saying it comes with time and practice to gain confidence in whatever you're doing. So even if it's not in a relationship and it's at work, or it's just dealing with people in general, that it comes with time and practice that you will get this confidence. Okay, that you won't always be a loner, even though you may like to be a loner, yes, but it shouldn't be because you think everybody is going to deceive you. Okay, so you'll have to know, you'll have to be able to develop your intuition, to know and to trust yourself enough to know what is for you and what is not, who is for you and who is not. So I hope this helped and I hope this resonated. Pile 3, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'm excited to do this again. Was very interesting. So again, look at piles 2 and 1 to see if anything resonated with you there. And I'll see you in the next reading, okay? Take care, pile 3. Bye.